Alright, the Y registration error you're getting will be something to do with this sensor. If you're looking at the embosser from the top right here on the side of the card hopper where you insert your cards, this big sensor right here on the side of it is your registration sensor. So first thing I need you to do is take a Q-tip and you got to tear some of the swab off because it won't fit. You can take just some isopropyl alcohol and clean carefully between and then the other thing that I'm going to need you to do, it might be easier to grab this transport and pull it out of the way. Be careful not to kink this ribbon. If you push against that, you'll kink it and that will cause problems. Be careful of that. But the registration sensor, if you can trace the wires down, there's little stickers on, some of them come off, but if you can trace the wire from here down to the back of it, try to do this one-handed is difficult because you've got a sensor here, you've got one back here, and you got one up here and one here. So I believe it's this one right here. You want to make sure that that is seated properly. You can come undone. There's a little, you can see it pulls out. You want to make sure that that is fully seated. So you can, if you can't find the one labeled registration, just make sure that all of the three down here are connected properly. Lastly, if you get a Torx T20 wrench, it's the star bit. It's kind of hard to see in this video. I've got a bit that I use on my drill. You can remove this front access panel carefully and be careful not to touch anything inside there. This is where the main board is, but if you loosen these two screws right here on top, this panel comes off. And the main board's there, so again, be careful, don't touch anything. But these LEDs on the front all signify a sensor, whether it's home or not. So on they're photo sensors. So anytime you move something on this that has a sensor, these lights represent that sensor. So what you can do is take a card and put it between that sensor and then come to your board and then remove it and put it back in. So see, in this case, it's D26 is the registration sensor. So if that LED is lighting up, and then when you put the card, when you remove the card, and then when you put the card in, it goes out. That signifies that your sensor is working, and it could be something else. But if that doesn't light and unlight, then that sensor's bad, or it's unplugged, or it could be a main board or something else. But that's very unusual. So connections first, clean it, and then if it doesn't resolve, then go ahead, take you can get a Torx T20 bit pretty much anywhere. Probably the easiest way is with one of these magnetic screwdrivers with bits, and then when you put it back on, it just slides under these screws here, kind of snaps in this little ledge so that it's even on the front. And you don't need to tighten this a lot, just down firm. Prevent that from, and be careful of this wire harness. You don't want to get that wire stuck under there because you can kink it, pinch it, and cause problems there too. But that's what your error is. It's this sensor right here. So try those things.